Ever wondered how to merge the mystical with the practicality of bullet journaling? Today I will be creating a minimal, beginner-friendly, grimoire-style witchy journal. Hey fam, it's Icy of Icy Studio, and I just got the perfect notebook for the spreads we are going to do today. So my friends over at T-Fossi were so kind to gift me this beautiful notebook. Is their gray Embrace the Light dot grid A5 notebook. I absolutely love the mystical designs, especially the gold details on the cover. And as soon as I saw this, I knew I just had to create a grimoire-style witchy journal. It has white dot grid numbered pages, a little pouch, 2 cream-colored bookmarks, and a pen holder. I am also a T-Fossi affiliate, so feel free to use my discount code through the link in the description. So first order of bullet journal business is writing my name on the cover page. Well, okay, to be honest, sometimes I leave it blank, but right now I feel like writing my name in calligraphy with my fave brush pen. This is my calligraphy in real time, and I'm really glad my name is only 3 letters long. Pages feel thick enough to handle most pens, but I think it's essential to do a pen test every time I start a new notebook just to make sure that the ink and paper go well together. I like using the last page to test pens out. So these are my favorite pens to use, which I will leave the links in the description. Share your favorite pens, not that I need more pens, but I just want to know. So anyway, now on to the first page of our grimoire style journal, which is the welcome page. I often like to start my journals with quotes, and this is my favorite witchy one. So just grabbing another one of my favorite brush pens, which is the Pilot Feud Makase, which I love using for smaller calligraphy. So anyway, the quote says, "As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul." My interpretation of this quote is that everything in this universe is one and the same, and we originated from the same thing, and we are all connected. This quote makes me feel very empowered to achieve the things that I want to, and it also makes me feel like nothing is impossible as long as I set my mind and my heart into it. And it's a really good feeling to begin a journal and set intentions onto the first page, so it kind of sets the vibe and the tone for the rest of the year. Now that I'm done with the calligraphy, I am just going to add a tarot card style border or frame around the quote, writing the year in Roman numerals underneath, and adding little gold stars in each corner for a mystical and celestial touch. Okay, so on to our next page, which is basically an about me page, but make it astrological. This is actually a birth chart page, which I have decorated with simple celestial elements like constellations with my metallic pens. And this is where we will write our date, time, and place of birth. We will actually need to put those details in a website that will give us our birth chart details. So I personally go to cafeastrology.com, and it gives a comprehensive birth chart reading. And with all that information, I would just write down the corresponding signs on the blank spaces for sun, moon, rising, and the planets. I find it really interesting that the planets have different representations and that their placements in the universe when we were born hold unique information about us. I'm really happy with how this page turned out. Probably took me around 20 minutes to complete, and I cannot wait to fill this in. The next spread is an altar, but I'm giving it a little twist and making it half altar, half vision board. According to my research, altars usually contain the 4 elements, water, air, fire, and earth, as well as the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. For an actual physical altar, you would include things like candles, a chalice of water, herbs, and crystals. So for this page, we will just draw these elements, and you can add stuff like maybe affirmations, dried herbs, and colors that represent your intentions. A fun idea for this page is to maybe draw more elements like crystals and candles and then color them in. And of course, what witchy journal would not include the lunar phases and the wheel of the year? Let's incorporate some lunar and seasonal magic in a circular Dutch door spread. So this took me a while to draft, to be honest, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I used a compass to make a circle on a separate piece of paper and drew those circles on the 2 sets of pages. I thought putting these two in a circular pattern would make sense because they are both cycles. So anyway, since your girl is feeling extremely low energy, I made the moon drawings really simple. I used a regular washi tape roll and traced a shape for each of the 8 phases, and then I used gold and black metallic gel pens to mark the shapes of the phases. I also really struggled with my wheel year because I was trying to follow the circular pattern with my calligraphy. I probably should have used the alphabet stamps instead because I really struggled with the space. And underneath each event of the wheel year, I wrote corresponding seasonal changes and words that represented each event. I always have either Dutch doors or waterfall tabs, but I always get so scared about cutting the pages. I use a cutting mat underneath my paper and also a crafting knife. And also, I always leave a little bit of the pages on the spine because there were times when I would cut all the way to the spine and it'd make the pages fall off. So not doing that same mistake again. So anyway, I'm happy with how this turned out. This is my lunar phases and Wheel of the Year Dutch door spread. And what is a grimoire witchy journal without including our intentions and manifestations? So this is another Dutch door spread that will house our goals for every month. I am one of those people who list down so many goals in a month that I get so overwhelmed. But my talented friend Chelsea of Wonder Journals advised me to focus on 3 things in a month. I feel this to be a very optimal and efficient approach to getting things done because it is less overwhelming. So I would list all of my goals and focus on the top priority ones first, and once I'm done with those, there is additional space underneath each month for other things. Oh, and also don't forget to include a little quote or affirmation to remind yourself that you can do this. And of course, grimoires need some spells, and this page is specific to our holistic self-care. This is basically a dopamine or a page for things that are essential to our physical, mental, and spiritual health. So just drawing potion jars, which are basically regular shapes, and I softened the edges and drew openings on them. So in these bottles, I would list down things that nourish my mind, body, and spirit. Up next is a spread dedicated to things that we are going to release and things that we are going to keep. I've seen other people in the bullet journal community call this an ins and outs spread, but I wanted to give it a witchy twist by drawing 2 Ouija planchettes and writing one with hello and the other with goodbye. So as you can see, there is one page dedicated to things that we are saying hello to and the other are for things that we are saying goodbye to. So what are the things you would be writing on this page? What things are you saying goodbye to? And what things are you saying hello to this year? This next spread, I think, is an essential page to include in your grimoire, especially if you do tarot readings. So, according to my research, a tarot pull is where you shuffle a deck of tarot cards, pull the card on top, and choose with intuition. Learning about tarot cards is something I want to do this year, and I think a singular tarot card pull is a great start. And last but not least, I have included basically a brain dump page because I feel that it is essential to unburden our souls and empty our minds of all the thoughts, whether they are positive or negative. I also drew a crystal ball with the words blessed be because let's start our grimoire with some positive energy. Now for the final flip through, I am very pleased with how my minimal grimoire style witchy journal turned out. I love how it combines the witchy elements and the flexibility of bullet journaling. What about you? Have you done a witchy journal before? What are your essential witchy spreads? And if you've made it this far, leave a witchy emoji. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video and have a magical time ahead.